Okay guys, so I don't do very much real life stuff, but today we're going to be taking a look at my journey to fixing my life, picking it back up. I don't know. I haven't had very much motivation recently to make content or to really clean the house or anything. So I'm going to start off just with simple day in my life / get my life back together video. I figured no better way to do that than to start with the place that I spend the most time in my house, and that is my office. It has been a disaster. I still haven't fully unpacked from the move, which was 8 months ago. We got a lot of work ahead of us. But one of the most important things in life is to take time for yourself and sit down and enjoy yourself. So I'm gonna take a couple minutes, I'm gonna drink my latte, and then I'll get after it.
Eternity later.
So for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Pokemon card collector, and I just have all of my cards collected up here. On top of that, I'm a huge amiibo collector. You guys can't really see them too well because I have limited storage in here. But there's almost every single Super Smash Bros. Amiibo in there, and then we have more Pokemon cards and some open slots for other things. From here, I basically just need to start unpacking all of my goodies that are in the box next to me. I did it earlier and then I decided I wanted to film this, but I rearranged all my amiibos up there so that they fit. They were scattered throughout multiple sections of this, but it's time to get unpacking finally, 8 months later. Something else I forgot to mention, I used to be huge into Magic the Gathering, and now I have no clue what to do with all these extra cards that I have. It's gonna be a lot. So now that box one is emptied out, I see you guys can't really see too well. So now that box one is emptied out, I haven't looked through these cards since I got divorced, probably since before I got divorced. It's a lot. I actually just found my first ever Magic the Gathering deck, kind of just thrown in a box. I don't know why that was, but you know what, it is what it is. Okay, so most of you guys know I'm a very big Pokemon card collector, like I showed up ahead. But when I was younger, I collected, but I didn't really collect much. And my grandparents actually sold all my Pokemon cards in a yard sale back in the day, probably, the early 2000s. And that's when I stopped Pokemon. But Magic was really one of the first games that I actually stuck with for a very long time. And I played from probably about 2010 to 2015, 2016 when I eventually moved out of Maryland. So, yeah, that being said, I think I have another 2 boxes similar to this size out in the garage that I'm not going to worry about today. It's not a problem to deal with today, but I am going to get this part taken care of. And then the second box over here, which I think is just all artwork that needs to be hung up in the office and whatnot. And here, ladies and gentlemen, this is my 2003 to 2004 school yearbook. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, you can see a young wild Stephen Libby. That's me. That was my 4th grade school picture. I think it went pretty well. I think I looked pretty dapper, if I do say so myself. Box 1 done with. Easy peasy. I found my super suit. This is a Frozone costume. I finally found it. I can wear Frozone again. And everybody knows your collection's not complete unless you have a Minecraft torch that doesn't work anymore. So these 2 binders here probably have over $1,500 worth of Magic cards. These are all the super important cards that I collected over the years. Again, spanning from the years of 2010 to 2015, 16. So they get the special spot, which is, I don't know. Now these are actually a really cool find that my grandfather found in a yard sale and he gave them to me. Okay, so they are actually collector cards from The Empire Strikes Back, and they're legit trading cards from way back in the day. Let's see, when were these printed? Can I get a date on these somewhere? Empire Strikes Back came out a long time ago. 1980, apparently. Allegedly. I'm not sure if that's true. Seems a little bit early for me, but we shall do some fact checking. And don't worry, there's a bunch more. And with that, guys, I'm almost done. I have some pictures that I need to do something with, and I'll probably put them in the garage. I don't want to put too many holes in the wall because we are still renting here. But if you guys want to see, I'm actually a huge Studio Ghibli fan. And this is a painting that is kind of like a collaboration of all of the different movies. You know, you got Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Ponyo, Porco Rosso, they're all in there. This is just something that I really like that a friend of mine, an old friend, had painted, so I just kept it. And then this is something that my sister actually painted, which is from My Neighbor Totoro. So those will probably go into the garage. So now that my office is a little bit cleaner and back on track, I'm gonna go ahead and take a lunch break. I'm gonna sit outside with Parsnip for a little bit. Parsnip's my puppy. I'm gonna sit on the hammock and read and play a little bit with him. Okay guys, so I mentioned it briefly earlier today, and the reason why I'm doing this entire video is because I've had a mental block recently. Not exactly sure what to do for my content, due to the fact that, like, literally my day job is content, coming up with content for multiple channels, being in the content. And then when it comes down to it, like, how do I differentiate myself from the other content that I make for Jerome's channel or channels? So this is a way for me to kind of branch out and do my own thing. It's vastly different from what he does, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. But overall, hopefully this helps with the mental block that I'm having as to, like, what to do with my channel and how to become unique. It's also a very good way for me to get my life back on track. I've really been letting the house go. I haven't been cleaning as much, so that's gonna happen. You guys will probably see other cleaning areas, maybe day in my life, things like that. Some challenges I'd like to get into, so if you guys are excited for that kind of content, definitely let me know in the comment section. Feel free, recommend ideas to me, please. I'm always open to hearing suggestions from you guys. But that's where I'm going to be signing out for the day, and I hope to see you in the next video.